Hi, my name is Ron Cummings, President and founder of AminoGenesis. We make an extraordinary line of anti-aging skincare products. I'm seeking a $1 million investment in exchange for a 10% equity stake in my company. Hi, that was a pretty amazing opening. But I bet you're wondering why I'm pulling into the golf course right now. Well, the entire story of AminoGenesis started right here on a drive like this. Because there was a chance meeting between me and someone I hadn't met before. And as a result, it changed my entire life. And from that day forward, we've sold over $50 million worth of AminoGenesis products. So here I thought I would show where it all started, but guess what? I'm not playing golf today. I don't have time. I got to get back to the office. A little while ago, you saw me driving into a golf course, and I told you during that little drive that I met someone very special that would not only change my life, but change thousands of other people's lives over the last decade and a half. What happened was I was playing golf with a retired Harvard-trained physician. Really smart guy. And at the end of the round, he gave me a little bottle of mystery goo. The same goo that later became this product right here. He said, I think you should use this. The reason he wanted me to use it was because at that time in my life, my skin was in really bad shape. I'd gotten adult chicken pox. I was very red and peely, lots of sun damage, and being fair in the Southern California sun all made it worse. Well, one thing I have to say is, a few months later, I ran into some friends, and they hadn't seen me in a while. And the first thing they said to me was, Ron, what did you do to your face? I was a little embarrassed, thinking they were just teasing me. But the truth is they were so impressed, they actually thought I'd had laser surgery. Meanwhile, the lady bartender leaned over and said, hey, listen, I overheard that. Where can I get some of that stuff? And that's what began AminoGenesis skincare products. And from that day to this day, we've sold over $50 million worth of product. Well, as one can imagine, I really had to find out why this was so effective. So I went and met with the good doctor, and I spent a lot of time over the next few months getting to understand this science. And here's the way it works. You know, this is a model of human skin. Obviously, there's all these amazing structures, but they're all proteins. And our entire structure of our skin is made by proteins. But what are proteins made of? Well, they're made of little building blocks that might look like this under a microscope. They're called amino acids. We all say, wait a minute, well, I've heard about amino acids. Very few people understand the absolute essential role they play in the health and beauty of our skin. Let's take this for example. Let's say this is a collagen protein and I've cut it in half to reveal its secret. Do you see all of these different colors? That is the key to the collagen proteins. All of these represent the different amino acids that go into making this one single protein right here. There are 17 different ones that are required. And the good doctor had figured out a way to harness all of them together in the perfect sequence for the perfect ability to use in your skin for the most beautiful possible skin. Now, so you better understand, I'm going to show you an amazing animation that actually demonstrates what happens in your body. In your body, we have these millions and millions of amino acids. And when it's time to make a collagen protein, special DNA molecules send out instructions. And these amino acids all come together to form this collagen protein. There are 17 different ones, and there's thousands of them in one collagen protein. Now, this is exciting. This is where a collagen protein is made. If you're missing just one of the crucial amino acids necessary, this is what happens to the collagen protein. What I learned from the doctor was he'd harness these amino acids by finding a way to use a special manufacturing process. This technique allowed all of these amino acids to come together in a stable, cohesive formula. And of course, like I said, I could hardly sleep thinking about it. But I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew I had to do something. So one day, I decided to chuck it all. And I believe so much in this AminoGenesis formula that here's what I did next. Well, once I got started with AminoGenesis, I really didn't know how I was going to sell it to people. So I decided that, hey, why not talk to a lot of people? I actually opened up one of these carts, just like this at a mall, and started with this one jar right here. That was over a decade ago, and more than $50 million in sales since. But can you imagine? I had about this much foot traffic, day in and day out, to try and sell my product. Soon after that, I acquired lifetime rights to that particular formulation. And from there, it's allowed me to make all kinds of different formulations. You can look at AminoGenesis right now like a really fine boutique winery that makes extraordinary wines that only a few people know about. But those that know about it swear by it. So AminoGenesis has been a small boutique skincare products company. It's now ready to explode onto the national scene and become a real powerhouse. Over the history of our company, we have gotten our share of very, very nice accolades, awards, kudos, television spots, you name it. In fact, enough to fill up a binder like this. And of course, enough for crazy big articles like that. But none of them mean more than this one right here. We know that our soldiers in Afghanistan were going through some really, really tough times, and the weather is absolutely terrible on the skin. We actually sent one of our products over there to a special task force. We just wanted to help out. What we got in return was completely unexpected, and I consider it to be the highest honor I've ever received as the CEO and founder of AminoGenesis. This is actually a certificate from the United States of America from Special Task Force 812. And while I don't have time to read it all, I'd like to make this one line. Through the exposure to both the intense sun and dry weather here, your lotion was greatly beneficial in reducing the effects of these elements. Now that's pretty amazing that they would bother to take time because it had such a profound effect on them. And I was so honored they actually sent me this as a flag that flew in the face of the enemy in a forward battle position. Again, the greatest honor, and I said earlier, from the beauty parlor to the battlefield, and I meant it with AminoGenesis. No matter how successful we've been, no matter how many people talk about our products, there's always someone that will come up to me and say, do you have any actual clinical data that backs up what you say? And the answer to that is, yes, I do. Have a look right here. Where do you want to start? 16 years of data. You know, my family was behind me, but I'm pretty sure my friends and acquaintances thought I was nuts when I started AminoGenesis skincare products, especially standing at a cart outside at a mall, and I sold 4 jars my first day. Not the greatest start you can imagine, but I knew I had something special, and I knew that if people would have the experience that I did, they would talk about it and buy more. And since then, as they say, the rest is history. So AminoGenesis has allowed me to sort of live a small American dream, although I'm very proud of it. But now we're ready and now we're poised to become a household word with the help of the sharks. First of all, we have new technology that I'd like to continue to develop with the investment that I'd like to get from the sharks. First, we have a brand new product called Age Control. We've just launched it to the marketplace in a test fashion. How amazing is it? People have been able to look 8 to 10 years younger in a mere 60 days. Lastly, it's time for AminoGenesis to come out for a product especially for men. And here we have the Working Man product line that I want to fully develop. AminoGenesis has provided a great little niche business for us for almost 15 years. And we've been able to do approximately $3 to $4 million in sales every year since. But what we'd like to do is partner with the sharks because I want to move that decimal point 1 point over, so next year or the year after, we're doing $35 to $40 million in a single year. I hope you will pick us to come on the sharks because this technology belongs to us and us alone. It's not a fad, it'll never go out of style, and it'll be the way that people take care of their skin in the future. Thanks for watching.